ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new edition of Anime Talk. Yes, we are back. We told you after the awards we would be back. And if you haven't checked out the awards, the Anime Talk Manga Melee Awards, myself, Jazz, Verson, and Jay gave our best of 2023 manga and anime. So check that out. It's on YouTube and audio for both YouTube and audio listeners. This show will be YouTube and audio for both parties. I don't know if I'm going to do it in clips yet or if I'm going to do the whole thing. I probably will do it in the review like have the review section as a video, have the discussion as a video, and have the news as a video. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do to start. If y'all don't like that on YouTube, let us know in the comments, because I think that'll be easier if I do news from Anime Talk, make the title whatever the biggest news thing is, make the discussion title whatever that is, and then the review, whichever animes we're discussing, you get like 3 reviews in one. So I think that's the way we're going to do it. But joining me, the new co-host, my co-host in this journey, Mr. Jazz. Jazz, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Seems redundant to say at this point, but it's cold, bro.
Yeah, and for people who aren't in Louisiana, who don't understand, we're going through a freeze right now. Basically had snow on the ground, icicles, like we could have did the ramen, because I've been seeing that everywhere, where people put the fork up in the ramen. We could have did that outside and it would have froze, which is insane right now. But I think a winter storm is going across all of America right now.
Yeah, one of the effects of global warming. You know how it is.
And see, I saw someone on TikTok, and this is not the podcast to do this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I saw someone on TikTok, some dumbass, be like, when we love some global warming right now, I was like, you idiot. That's not how it fucking works.
Like, you understand that this is like actually a direct product of global warming.
Yeah, you fucking moron. Like,
anyway, this is not the podcast.
No, not at all. All right, so this is Anime Talk. We, as y'all know, we discuss manga and anime news. We review anime and we have anime and manga related discussions, but this focuses on anime primarily, because we do have Manga Melee, which focuses on manga primarily, which y'all check out as well. But because Jazz is a new host, I'm not going to assume that y'all know him just because he did Bros Who Think. It does Bros Who Think and reviews One Piece. We need to know, Jazz, this is Anime Talk. So we want to know what's some of your favorite anime, what got you into anime. Let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. First, let me get into like what got me into anime. So I used to go over to like my Uncle Grady's house. Like when you know what I'm saying, when we used to go like back and forth to Monroe.
Gotcha.
And like I remember like it's like he showed me and like my cousins like Dragon Ball Z. And like at the time I was a huge Sonic fan. You know what I'm saying? As a child, I love Sonic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I can see how you could connect with Dragon Ball.
So
they're very similar.
I'm like, okay, like this is kind of tough. Like, and then throughout that journey, like, how everybody gets into anime, like in the early 2000s, like, you stay up past like the Cartoon Network, programming, and then you get Toonami.
Okay, so wait, this is interesting because you're younger than me. And for those that don't know, Jazz is like 25, 24, right?
Yeah,
which one? 25. So Jazz is 25. I'm 29. So I'm like 4 years older than Jazz. I had Toonami after school. I remember when Toonami was after school. I remember when it was also after Adult Swim. So you had, but see, it was after Adult Swim before they did the afternoon show, and then after they did again during Adult Swim. So you caught probably the third incarnation, which is after which is the Adult Swim, the nighttime version that came out on nights. And it was only Saturday nights. Am I not mistaken? Is that right?
Yeah, because
we had Toonami every day. That's so crazy that you didn't have the Toonami every day after school.
Y'all had Toonami every day.
Every day after school, we had Dragon Ball, Naruto. Of course, we had the Batman the Animated Series and Justice League, because they mixed some American action and like Teen Titans. But we also had Yu Yu Hakusho and some other shit. Yeah, we had Toonami after school. That shit was crazy.
That shit is kind of wild, because it's like, so for me, growing up until I was in like around middle school, I didn't have a computer, like an actual computer, until like I was like in the 7th grade. So like when I would used to like watch like more obscure animes, I would actually watch them like at my Uncle Grady's
on your computer.
Like he would have like the bootlegs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I think the thing that made it more grounded to me, and I'm not gonna say that like anime doesn't seem like a really important thing because it's still how I get like most of my happiness, but it's like it used to seem like a much more niche thing because
Oh, for sure.
it wasn't spread around as much. And I'm not talking about that from like a gatekeeper
Yeah, no, for sure.
perspective,
You didn't know
but
who
it's just
watched
like,
anime back in the day. Like
yeah, because
honestly,
like it only
that's how I
comes on one day a
became.
week. So
Mhm.
it's like who watches this, right?
And that's how I became friends with certain people in school that I've become that I'm still friends with today. My friend Carl, who are y'all may know him as Cash Carbon. I go on his stream sometimes. He listens to the show. Me and him became friends because one day I saw him doing Naruto hand signs. And I was like, bro, what the you're doing Chidori hand signs. And he was like, wait, you know what this is, Lyndon? And I was like, hell yeah, I know what this is. I watch it every day. He's like, oh shit. And then from that moment on, we became friends and we found other people just obscure ways in school because no one was like, and see, I don't agree with the whole nerd thing where people are like, oh yeah, I got bullied because of anime. I did not. I just don't remember people talking about it.
No,
And when you
it's
found people
again,
talking about it, it was like, oh, let me be friends with them. And that's how I found like, and to your point, because it came on one day a week, and some days we had, like I said, the after school shit.
mhm.
Dragon Ball Z, I remember Dragon Ball Z, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, and Gundam were like the first Adult Swim, the nighttime one. During the day, after school, I got to watch Naruto every day. But then when they took it off every day, I had to figure out how to watch Naruto some other way. And that's when online came. And it changed the game for me because I was like, oh shit, I can watch Naruto online or read it online. I can see all these other things. And it just opened up a world. Like Dragon Ball Z, I would say is the first anime, but I didn't know it was. I knew Naruto was an anime, and from that point on, everything else was just crazy.
Yeah, shout out to the watch Naruto, watch Dragon Ball sites.
Yep,
The
facts,
the real ones with the white
facts.
background and shit.
Yep.
Uh
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think anime was one of those things to where it's like I feel like if you told people you watch anime, they wouldn't look at you weird. They just kind of be like, "What's that?" I feel like
Exactly. I got what's that?
people would only look at you weird if you
If
was
you were
doing
weird.
weird shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you
If
going
you were that
around,
nerd Naruto
bro,
running saying, ha ha, I got you. Like, no
or like
fucking shit. People are gonna think you're weird. I think
or
you're
like, bro,
fucking
you just
weird.
or like you just going around like rant, like you not even speaking like fluent Japanese. You just saying shit that you heard on the show. And like kids are impressionable, I
They
get
had
it. But it's
nerds
like,
doing that, and I look at me saying nerds, but that's just what they were. They had kids doing this at my school, exactly what you're saying
yeah, yeah.
like fucking Japanese words, and I'm like, bro, I know this from anime, but why are you doing this right now? Like everybody's staring
It
at
would just
you.
be it would just be in spurts. Like it wouldn't even be a full sentence.
Yeah, it would just be wild. They be having a normal conversation, and then they say, "Adote ba yo." And it's like, what, bro? What are
That'd
you
be
doing?
that,
It
and
doesn't
it's
even
like,
work in the situation.
and I wouldn't say I was one of those people who used to like hide that I watch anime, but like sometimes like I wouldn't talk like like I had like a specific group of people I would talk about anime with. So like when I was
and
just like vibing
mm-hmm.
on my own, I would like hear that and I'm like, wow, that shit sounds crazy.
And
That
see,
shit
to your
sounds
point,
crazy when I'm not
it's
talking
not
about it with my friends.
it's not that I was hiding it. It's just that my basketball friends who I play basketball and with my they didn't watch. So it was like I
Yeah.
it was no point in talking about it because they didn't watch. But when I found people who watched, we definitely talked about it openly, like legit. It was never something hiding. It was just I didn't know anybody else who watched after school, like Toonami or after school Justice League, reading comics, reading manga. When I found people who did that, it was like, oh shit. And maybe my regret of like high school and colleges, maybe I should have joined or started an anime and manga club or a comic book club. That's maybe my only regret of like because like I said, it wasn't that I was hiding. I just didn't know anybody else who did it besides like 3 people.
Also, you gotta be careful because I went to anime club when I was like in college, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this shit is not
Was
what
it,
I thought it was.
oh damn, it wasn't fun.
No, them niggas was weird.
Oh, see, I would just want a
These niggas
normal,
was
just like
like,
let's be cool homies.
I'm not
Like,
even talking like shonen type shit because you know I like me some
mm-hmm.
romance. No, these niggas is weird, bro. I'm
See, and
sorry.
that's why we have our anime talk community in the Discord. Shout out to everybody in our anime talk Discord. If you want to join the Discord, come join the family. It's a great community. I promise you. Like, we don't put up with that incel shit. We just have good times talking anime, comics, movies, TV, and we debate shit. It gets really fun. So y'all come
Yes,
join. Link in the
yes,
description.
sir.
But
Yes,
hell
sir.
yeah. So, all right, what would you say is your favorite anime?
Favorite anime all time?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie,
give me like three. Give me like three. You can
damn
give us like
3.
three. Or you can give five. You can give 3 or 5. No specific order.
I don't
Just,
think it's 3. I think it's 3.
yeah, just give us three.
Can one of them be a movie? Because I really like
No,
movies.
no, 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 no. The movie will be
Nah,
separate. The movie is separate. You
damn.
can't put a movie as the three. You could just say this is my favorite anime movie, and we could discuss that separate. But you got to give me
Oh yeah,
three.
yeah.
Just anime.
Okay, my bad. Okay. My bad. My bad.
No, it's not even like a my bad thing. My bad for making it seem like a my bad thing.
But I would have to say, is Bleach.
Okay.
Is Bleach. Not even gonna lie. This is a recent one I really watched, but I was really locked in. Nana.
Okay.
I really love Nana. And third, I would third, I would actually have to say, what's that one show I watched that one time? I ain't gonna lie, Sunny Boy. It was a recent.
Okay.
It was a recent one for me, but it was kind of like it's kind of got that like Neon Genesis Evangelion kind of like philosophy, but I feel like it does it better than Neon Genesis. I feel like it's a lot more straightforward.
Look, this is a new co-host for me. We got a Bleach. This man said Bleach. Me and Chris used to shit on Bleach. This is amazing. And look, you're gonna make me rewatch Bleach all the way through and because I stopped at Fake Karakura Town. So maybe I need to finish and catch up. I literally stopped at the last thing I saw was Eyes and Ass getting them red things and Kisuke being like, "Gotcha, bitch."
So you right before Fullbringer.
Fullbringer, yeah, literally. I'm literally on the Fullbringer arc. That's where I need to.
People don't like that arc, but I'm gonna be honest.
That's why I stopped because I saw a lot of people saying it wasn't a good arc, and it was like, damn.
Hey. They haters.
Okay. I'm gonna rewatch. We will do a full Bleach rewatch before the new core. So, and I'm gonna rewatch it, and you can do it with me if you want. But I'm gonna do it so on this show, I talk to you about it and get your perspective. I'm excited. Just for those that don't know, I would say my three would be Cowboy Bebop, and this is anime. So for those who are like, why aren't you saying One Piece? I'm a One Piece manga guy. I am a One Piece manga stan. The anime is whatever. But for anime, which I love, is Bebop for sure, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, fucking love it, and Trigun. Like, those are my three that are like anime only. Like, I fucking ride or die for them. And I didn't say Naruto because Naruto, it became a point where I was reading Naruto. And like, because I think the last thing I saw anime wise, which like from the show, when I think I caught up at Pain. Like I was caught up watching with Japanese at Pain, and at that point I wasn't waiting. They were doing filler. I read from that point on, from Pain on.
Watching Pain, bro, dog. Watching
Pain live was crazy.
Watching Naruto, watching the Sasuke retrieval arc, like Naruto Weekly was just crazy. But like, dude, when Pain showed up.
That was nuts. That was nuts, bro. When Jiraiya died, I did not know what the fuck to do with myself watching that live.
I was like, hold on, because like you know, like how when like you watch a show, you're just like, yeah, the hero's always gonna win. Like the halfway point, I was like, nah, he's cooked.
That was like one of my first major deaths I experienced watching television. Like that's like the first memorable one I have where it's like, oh shit. He is gone. Like I did not expect him to, and like that changed my life. So yeah, I would say that's why I didn't say Naruto, because I became reading it. But Bebop changed my life watching. Trigun changed my life. And I'm talking about the OG Trigun, not New Stampede. Sorry for people who like that. I don't dislike it. I just think the OG version is unguardable. And then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, when I watched that changed my life. I was like, holy shit. Like, it reinvigorated my love.
I don't think I've ever watched the original one.
No, Brotherhood. You talking about what you mean original?
I'm just saying I've never watched like the original Full Metal Alchemist. Like I've watched Brotherhood. I love Brotherhood, but
that's the original.
That's the original?
Yeah, because that's what okay, so Brotherhood is with the mangaka. That's their story. Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal Alchemist started with the manga. It got to a point. The manga took a break and Full Metal Alchemist kept going and told its own story. So once it ended, they did Brotherhood, which is what the manga really wanted. I don't even suggest people to watch Full Metal Alchemist, TBH.
Okay. That must be why people don't recommend Full
Metal. No, fuck no. Yeah, that's exactly why, because Brotherhood is peak.
Brotherhood might be like one of the, and I don't
It's
want
one of the
other
best.
anime,
It's
I
it's
don't
one
want
of the
other
best.
anime fandoms to come at me, but it might be one of the best, well-rounded stories I've ever
It
watched.
legitimately,
Like,
legitimately, to me, it's the best shonen of all time. Like you can't argue that. The story, the mystery, the intrigue, it has everything. The only downside that I say to Full Metal Alchemist, and this is the meatheads, the fights are okay. The
but
fights aren't
I low
spectacular,
key feel
but
like,
that's not what it's
but
about.
that, yeah, that's not the point. I don't feel like that's the
Exactly.
point.
That's not the point at all. The point is the story, and like Attack on Titan wishes it was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's
Oh,
how you do a war story.
now you gonna start some. Now you
Nah,
gonna start
I'm
some
honest, bro. That is a real war
fights.
story. Like that's how you tell war and trauma and pain. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. The fucking twist, like spoilers to a series that's old as shit, but
Yes, like
when you find out what you know about fucking the what's his fucking name? I'm looking at him, one eye nigga. I don't want to call him the
truth.
Reich leader, but
No, it's not.
Wrath.
No,
What
no.
the fuck is Wrath? Wrath, Full
Oh,
Metal Alchemist.
Bradley.
Yes,
King Bradley, right?
Fuhrer Bradley. That's his fucking
Mhm.
name. When you find out the twist about Fuhrer Bradley, it's just like, oh shit. And then you find out about Father and the fact that Hohenheim is if Father was Hohenheim's homunculus, it's just like, what the fuck? This shit is crazy. And
And then not even that. Like, I feel like the depiction of the genocide of
oh yeah, like if you want to
is
get deep,
fallen
that's what
like that.
matters. Yeah.
I feel like that's how you like. Okay, I'm not gonna say. Damn, this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like
But
that's how
that's how
you
you tell a
write.
World War II story. No, for sure.
Yeah, that's how
100%.
you like write
100%.
an oppressed group. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do that.
Like 1000% the Scar story, and then finding out about Scar's brother to find out everything Scar was doing was a lie. Like, oh, and how he was caught up in the system, and how his brother was trying to get around the system, and the system being feeding blood to power these philosopher stones. The fact that the
Right.
brother figured out how to get outside the system, and Scar was just a product of the system. Just what you said is a great fucking analogy to fucking oppressed people. And even if you think you're doing the right thing, it's like, no, brother, you're partaking in the system. They want you to do this. It's like,
Right.
this shit is crazy. And then Roy Mustang being one of the greatest characters. Like, nah, Full Metal Alchemist is brilliant. What was the movie you're going to say?
I was gonna say the movie. The movie I was gonna say, even though I see it getting ragged on online, A Silent Voice.
Oh, okay.
That was probably one of the better anime movies I've ever watched.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I don't hate on it. I'm not one of those people on the internet. I just wouldn't expect you to say that. That is not my go-to number one anime movie. It's great. I put it up
Oh,
there
I
though.
mean, maybe I'll watch it like every year or something like that. But
Oh,
like
okay, real.
I can't watch that like frequently because it's like
Oh no, I only
it's
watched it
actually kind of
once.
sad.
It's super
Like
sad. I put it
it's
with
just
like Grave
sad.
of the Fireflies. Like I'm never
Yeah,
watching that again. I have
yes,
no need to. It's
for sure.
extremely sad. I would say my favorite anime movie is either Princess Mononoke if I'm going Miyazaki. That's my Miyazaki. That or Howl's Moving Castle. But something that changed my life when watching with my homies in college, Ninja Scroll. I think Ninja Scrolls or Sword in the Stranger are two great meathead anime movies. They're incredible. And if you have like Ninja Scrolls is a little more popular than Sword in the Stranger. If you haven't seen Sword in the Stranger with like this Japanese samurai going up against this Viking white man, and like this shit is crazy, brother. That's like that shit
I might need to.
is insane.
I'm putting that on the list. I
And
need
then
to
and
keep.
then Ninja Scroll with Jubei. Have you seen that with Jubei, this wandering samurai?
I don't think
Put
I've seen that
put
one.
both on the list. They are
I'm
that
putting
good.
both of these.
So,
Yeah.
but that is just wanted to do that as an introduction to jazz into where the tastes lie in anime talk. I know the OG anime talk was very shonen heavy, and we will still be shonen heavy, but because jazz also likes romance, slice of life, comedy, he is opening me up to new things, to newer things, and we're gonna experience these things together because I enjoyed what was it, Blue Box with the
Blue
painter?
Box.
Is
Blue
that
period.
Blue Period?
Blue
Or
period.
I think it's Blue Period. I really love Blue Period, as y'all know. And that changed my perspective of wanting to watch slice of life. So having Jazz as a co-host will get me into more things like that. And one of the things we're going to be reviewing this season is Dungeon Meshi, or what's the next? What's it called? I know that's the
I think
anime. the manga.
Delicious. I think it's Delicious
Delicious
in
in
Dungeon.
Dungeon. So yeah,
Yeah.
we will be discussing Delicious in Dungeon, Solo Leveling, and Blue Exorcist. Those will be our main 3 reviews. Jazz also watched some others that we'll talk about this episode, and maybe we'll do those. But those are the 3 things we will review every anime talk, as well as we'll talk One Piece anime for those fans. That'll be in this show for audio. But for video people, that'll be a separate video that we just drop every time because we don't want to spoil. But if you're an audio listener, you will get it. All right, but without further ado, let's get into it. This show is broken up into 3 sections: news and what's going on in the world of anime, discussion, your topics sent to us or topics we decide that we want to discuss, or and the final thing is the review. Like I said, we're talking Dungeon Meshi or Delicious in Dungeon, Solo Leveling, and Blue Exorcist this season. We will also talk One Piece, like I said. And then if there are any extras that you suggest that we should check out, we will try to check it out. And speaking of, if you want to suggest anime or suggest a discussion topic, whatever you want us to discuss in the world of anime or manga, submit us at your email or submit your topic at our email, BrosWhoThink@outlook.com. BrosWhoThink is all capitalized at outlook.com, or you can tweet at Jazz or tweet at myself. We'll give those at the end. But let's jump into it. News. So this has been popular on TikTok, in the Twitter sphere, about how Oda sold his soul to Netflix. A lot of critics, a lot of One Piece a lot of One Piece haters are saying he sold his soul to Netflix. They're hating on One Piece because of everything One Piece is getting right now. And one of the things that One Piece is getting is Monsters. Basically, the One Piece prequel is getting an anime release. It's going to air on Netflix on January 22nd. The trailer was out. So let's talk about the actual show itself, and then we'll talk about One Piece, what it's doing with Netflix. So for me, the monster trailer looked good. Like, you know, we're going to get the story of Ryuma. That'll be interesting. I'm not really super excited for it, but I'm not hating. I'm neutral.
Yeah, this is coming from somebody who's a big One Piece head, but I've never read Monster. So
yeah, me neither.
I was actually gonna read it, but then I saw this was coming out, and I was like, okay, cool.
I'll watch. Yeah,
I'll just watch this. Like, it's cool, and it seems like it's gonna be. It seems like it's definitely going to be something vastly different than what One Piece is, because this is as far as I understand, this is Oda's work pre One Piece.
Yes, it's the pre One Piece work that inspired One Piece. This is the Ryuma Zoro story and things that inspired One Piece.
It's cool. I like how the characters look. I just don't know anything about the story, so I can't really say much more.
Did you like the trailer?
Yeah, I thought the trailer was good. The animation looks. I'm not
like
gonna. It doesn't look.
One Piece?
Yeah. It doesn't look bad. It's just kind of like it's got that kind of old, kind of grainy feel to it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
It does not feel like new Egghead or Wano Toei. No.
Which is great.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want that for this. You know.
No, me neither. I definitely am. Like I said, I'm not excited, but I'm not hating on it. I'm neutral. This will be something that, you know, will be cool. It's not like JJK Film Zero, the prequel that we got, because that ties more directly into the story. Even though this ties directly into Zoro's family, this doesn't necessarily tie into the main story at hand. So, you know, whatever. We'll be checking it out January 22nd. How do you feel about, you know, the One Piece haters coming on Oda saying, what is all this Netflix? I just feel like people are upset. Naruto fans, Bleach fans are upset that One Piece is getting all this love, a prequel, a redone, another reimagining. Let me not even say reimagining, just another version of the anime being told again with new art, new animation style. And I think
it's like Hunter x Hunter 2011.
Yeah, you know? And I think that's what's really bugging Bleach and Naruto fans, the fact that One Piece isn't over and we're getting a retelling of it again. Plus, it has the best live action of any anime. So, like, I feel like it's just hate, you know?
So here's my thing, right? I do understand the stance of these people. I get it, right? Because It's like that picture where Squidward sees everybody running outside and he's on the
Mhm.
inside, right?
Yeah, facts. I mean,
So
shit, Netflix is doing Egghead live. Like, unprecedented things are happening for One
which
Piece.
is crazy because they skipped Water 7 and just went straight to Egghead.
Yeah, oh, in the
in
thing,
the little thing.
in the drag down, you see the
I
different
thought it
arcs, but you can't click on them. It's literally like, oh shit,
that's kind of funny.
this nigga went from Marineford, or I think it's Thriller Bark is the last one they have. I'm pretty sure.
I think so, maybe.
It's pre-time skip though. Whatever it is, it's pre-time skip. I'm pretty sure they do have Water 7. I think it's Thriller Bark where they stop. But you can click up to Thriller Bark or Marineford or Saba Odi, and then all the way up to Egghead. That is insane, brother. The fact that Netflix is releasing Egghead arc simultaneously with Crunchyroll. If I was Crunchyroll, I'd be pissed. What the fuck? You're taking my cash cow.
I think, and then here's the other thing, right? Here's the other side. I low-key just feel like One Piece is such a property,
bro.
to where it's like they have and I'm not, there's no diss to like Naruto or Bleach, because Bleach has its own shit going on. I'm not really sure, like, in the Naruto space what's going on.
Well, I'll say this: Boruto, the new manga, is incredible right now. The post-time skip Boruto is incredible. Okay. So
yeah, I've been seeing people talk about it.
But I was a Boruto hater, and like the new shit, I can't stop reading. It's great.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna change. I think I'm gonna stay on. I think I'm gonna stay on my side. But,
look, I was on that side, and I'm one of them people that post time skip. I am not reading any of the pre shit. I did not read any of that. I got our guy, shout out to Fire Rifle. He told me what happened, and then I started reading from time skip on. Call me a hater, a skipper, whatever. That shit, that shit before the time skip is booty cheeks. The shit after the time skip is great.
Okay.
So
maybe if I change my tune.
But that's what it is. They're just upset that One Piece is getting a whole new retelling, and Naruto fans thought they were getting that, and they got played out, which is crazy.
But you see, like One Piece generates
the revenue for it.
Exactly. Like Netflix is not like if okay, I don't mean this to sound rude, but it's like if a Naruto or a Bleach approach Netflix is cutting that down. Netflix is only, and look, this is
Netflix is only doing it because it makes them money. It's profitable.
Right. It's beneficial for both Oda, and it's beneficial for Netflix. Netflix needs the money. Yep. Netflix need the people to come to their platform, because the platform kind of been doing this.
They lost all that Marvel shit. They lost a lot of their IP. They don't really have their own IP because The Witcher, didn't pan out to be what they thought. Stranger Things is ending. They don't have a big IP. They don't have a Game of Thrones. Whereas One Piece is now their Game of Thrones, and they went all the way in. You could see what they went in. They went in on One Piece, and they went in on Avatar, The Last Airbender. When that series drops, they're hoping that it is a success, because we're already getting another Avatar series that's going to be on Netflix. So those are the two IPs that Netflix is really bought into. If you're Netflix, you saw the One Piece live action work. You've been trying anime live actions for years. Of course, I'm going to go all in on this. Of course, I'm going to pay for it.
It's like their golden ticket.
It's like, bro, why would I just replay the anime that, Crunchyroll has, that Hulu has? I can't get the licensing for the anime. But you know what I can do? I could pay Oda, hey, let's tell the anime over, but in a new art form that's Netflix exclusive. That's a win for them, because it's like the people who watch the One Piece live action can say, hey, I want to watch the anime, but this art looks old. I don't want to have to go to all these different platforms. Netflix is like, hey, motherfuckers, I got a new rendition right here. And I'm willing to bet you, Jazz, that Netflix is going to go all the way with it too. I think they're going to go all the way, because I think that's why they got the Egghead rights. I think they're going to redo the whole story up to wherever they have purchased, and then they're going to say, watch this, and they're going to cut out the old shit. They're going to take the old shit off their platform. They will. Once they get caught up, they will take it off, and it'll just be the Netflix version.
And also it's a good thing, because Oda keeps talking about, like, obviously he wants to finish his manga, but he keeps talking about like how he wants more people
to start now.
Manga, especially like on our side of the hemisphere of the world. Like, there's not a lot of One Piece fans.
Yeah, One Piece isn't
as
big
opposed
in the
to
West
other
like
places
Naruto. Yeah,
in the East.
Naruto's
So
still the biggest anime in the West, the biggest property in the West. Dragon Ball Z and Naruto.
right,
It's not One Piece. It just isn't. One Piece is
right,
big
and so
elsewhere.
and I get it. Like he wants to get a lot of people to read his manga
Mm-hmm.
before it ends, before all the reveals and all this stuff happens. I get it.
Before the
But
spoilers, yeah.
Netflix is the perfect place to do that. So it's like when people say he like sold his soul, like okay, look, this is the one thing I don't get when people say like they sell their
It's just
soul. It's
hating.
like it's like, bro, he just getting deals. He's doing
Mm-hmm.
business to make
And
his shit come out there. I
honestly,
mean,
he's setting the foundation for future mangaka because we know Shonen Jump doesn't take care of these mangaka like talking about. It's they have to sell their rights elsewhere. And the fact
mhm.
that Oda not only has a live action, another rendition of his anime, the fact that he can chop up this same brick of work 6 different ways and sell you niggas this crack 6 different ways. Like, you don't think Gege Akatami is gonna be like, maybe I can take JJK to Hulu and say, let's do something exclusive for the West. Like, this is going to allow mangaka to do different things. Like, I've been saying, Horikoshi, we need 6 spinoffs. Horikoshi can go to Netflix and say, let's do a All Might spinoff. Let's do a fucking Aizawa
Horikoshi,
spinoff. Like,
Horikoshi could literally say like less anime vigilantes.
yes,
Like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like he could literally just do
100%.
that.
And the success of One Piece allows that to happen because anime is still, I'm not gonna say niche, but it's growing. It's a
Like
growing market.
it just became a growing market, and
Mm-hmm.
it's because of
Of things like
anime
One Piece. Like, honestly.
Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
What's another
My
thing?
Hero. My Hero is
Yeah,
big
My
in the
Hero.
West. It still
Yeah.
is.
So it's like without like yeah, you have the big three, whatever, but without
This
those
new gen, yeah.
three, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You don't get the inclusion like big celebrities. Like I think I saw Bruno Mars in Japan reading JJK the other day.
And this is perfect transition to the second topic I had. Usher spoiled JJK for people, bro.
Oh my
Usher
god, that
got
shit
on
was so funny.
TikTok
That
and
was so
spoiled
funny.
JJK. That is insane to me,
No, look,
brother.
look.
If I would have got JJK spoiled to me by Usher, I would have flipped my shit.
And it's so funny because Usher doesn't read a lick of manga.
No, how does he know
Like,
that? Well, maybe he does. Maybe he does, Jazz.
well, I think the K-pop group he collaborated with,
Told him about
like,
it.
yeah, because I saw in one of the videos because my mutuals on Twitter love K-pop. So it's like I saw on one of the videos like one of the dudes in the K-pop group like did the domain expansion hand sign. So I'm like, I'm pretty sure they told him. And right when Gojo, I'm sorry, spoilers for those who haven't gotten spoiled from
Usher.
Usher or
Yeah, facts.
JJK fans, but it's like right when the chapter when Gojo passed, they were editing him with Usher's daddy's home.
Yeah, they were.
And so it's like even if he didn't know about the manga and nobody told him,
He knew about the meme.
his streams increased
Yeah.
crazy after
There's a
after
petition.
236.
There's a petition for him to dress up as Gojo at the Super Bowl halftime show and play Daddy's Home and say like R.I.P. Gojo. It might happen. It might happen.
Yeah, I mean, like I didn't think it would, but now that I saw him cosplay Gojo, I'm like, what time are we in right now? Usher is cosplaying Gojo.
And Gojo. Mm-hmm. That just shows how big anime and manga have gotten, bro. We're in a whole new different world. Jamie Lee Curtis, one of the most popular actresses of all time from the Halloween series, from Trading Places, from many different Freaky Friday, she is campaigning to be Dr. Correa in the One Piece live action. That's the world we live in, brother. Like,
is crazy,
it is
man.
insane. It is insane. Wrestling and anime and manga are the two biggest things right now in terms of IP. Superheroes have fallen off, and some of these classic things are back on. Like, anime is huge. When you got Michael
like,
B. Jordan saying things, you got Meg the Stallion, you got all these different collabs. Anime is huge now.
Yeah.
The Lions partnered with, not the Lions, the Rams partnered with One Piece for a One Piece day at the football game. What the fuck?
Why'd that even happen? Why the Rams? Why the Rams?
Because the Rams are a West Coast team. They're in California, so it could be
so
that sort of shit.
Widespread.
But
like, damn,
Luffy was in Macy's Day, like Luffy in Dragon Bar in Macy's Day Parade, brother. Anime is worldwide now.
That's so crazy. I always thought, what's crazy? I thought Naruto would get a float before Luffy.
Yeah, me too.
Not even
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
gonna lie.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
too.
lie. I never thought Luffy would get a
I
float
did too.
before
The
Naruto.
live action did it, brother. The live action really changed One Piece's life. Like a lot of people in America started watching One Piece because of that live action.
A lot of people I know that were like, "Oh, I'm never gonna watch One
Watch
Piece," and
One
like
Piece.
now I'm
Yes,
interested.
they're
Like,
interested now. It changed things, Brand. It changed things. That like it's insane. But all right, enough One Piece talk. Let's get into the next story. Finally, this was a show that Krissa and I got to be honest, we broke a lot of things in the anime world. Krissa broke Don to Don. I told people that I'll never forget the first episode because I started on Shonen Jump reading JJK, Demon Slayer, and Promised Neverland right when they came out on Shonen Jump, the app. Right when that happened, I read all the first chapters and I came on Anime Talk and said that those three would be some of the most popular anime we would ever see. And they came out and they did numbers. One of the ones that we jumped on for early when we watched season 1, Dorohedoro. We told everybody that Dorohedoro season 1 was impeccable. It caught on late, but people loved it. Dorohedoro season 2 is coming, baby. They made the announcement. Netflix is gonna get it soon. I'm assuming, if not the end of this year, next year, sometime next year, we'll get Dorohedoro season 2. But they announced that we're finally about to get it. I'm ecstatic. That was one of the best hidden gems of 2020. Did you like Dorohedoro, and are you excited for season 2?
you know, it's crazy. I'm gonna come on this anime podcast, and you know, I'm gonna be as honest.
You
Because
gotta.
the people need honesty. I have not come around to Dorohedoro
You
yet.
need to. That needs to be number 1 on the list. It's that good.
Because Loki, every time I hear somebody talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I already watched that. But they be talking about that one. I be thinking Dororo.
Oh, and they came out around the same time.
Yeah, they came
Dororo
out.
is
So I was
great
like,
too. I'm not gonna lie. I
so
like
I'm
it
like,
on Amazon
yeah,
Prime.
like I already watched that, man. But like
No.
nah, I need to peep because everybody like they post the manga panels and the manga panels look crazy. So I'm
It
like,
looks
should I read the manga
nuts.
or should I read the
In the way
anime?
that's no, you got to watch the anime. This is the one time because I normally say read the manga, but this is one time where I'm gonna say watch the anime because the anime. Don't even read the manga. Watch the anime. It's that good. They leave you on a cliffhanger. So season 2, it's like fuck. I've been clamoring for Fire Force season 2 or season 3, Fire Force season 3, and then Dorohedoro season 2. Those are the 2 things that I've been waiting for in angst. So you gotta watch it, Jazz. That's going on the list, number 1, because you gotta be ready for season 2, because that's something we're reviewing on this show. So I'm ecstatic, Dorohedoro fans. All right, here's some. Like I said, when we do news, we talk. We have news of all kinds. Like Chorus Recoil, that was something that was big in 2023. The original creator Asura announced that he has a new manga coming calling Double Helix Blossom. It's gonna release in weekly Koro comics, which drops on Mondays. The manga is set in the near future and begins the awakening of police officer Kiku Shinonomi, who was put in a cryogenic stasis for 60 years to stave off what would have been a fatal wound. But with the new technology, they were able to heal her. In a new world unfamiliar to her, she is forced to team up with Kaio Suki Kisagare, a criminal with a big rap sheet, but equipped with psychic powers. Together, they solve paranormal incidents, murders, even when their personalities butt up against each other. This is right up my alley. A gunslinging detective pairing with psychological psychic with powers, solving murders and mysteries. I'm gonna read this. It's already announced that it's gonna get an anime. So as soon as we get more information, I'm gonna let y'all know about it. Jazz, does this excite you? Did you like Lycolis Recoil? Did you watch that? If not, does the description excite you?
The description does.
Okay.
I like kind of like more futuristic things.
I do too. I like sci-fi mysteries. I'm all aboard a cop mystery detective thing. I'm a big Wire fan. Psychopaths. I mean, Cowboy Bebop. I love all that shit.
Yeah. So I'm look. That's definitely getting peeped.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Next up, we got TV Asahi announced Friday that Hanabu Yozahawa's Shosho Mini mystery novel series is inspiring a TV anime adaptation, which will air in July. The anime is titled Shoshimin series in Japan, but in the English title, it's titled How to Become Ordinary. I should have said that from the jump. The story centers on Jogoro Kobuto, who wishes to live a quiet, ordinary life after a painful experience. He and Yuki Osanai form a mutual beneficial relationship, as Yuki also wants the same thing. They start high school as classmates with a plan to spend their days peaceful as ordinary people, but unfortunately they keep getting wrapped up in mysteries, disasters, and murders as they happen one after another. You saw the trailer, Jazz. Are you excited for How to Become Ordinary? That's dropping in July.
It definitely seemed interesting. I'm definitely like, there's not really much I could take from it at this
Yeah,
point
not
in
much
time.
you could take from the
But
trailer
like,
for sure.
no, look, you know me, I'll give everything a chance.
Yeah, we're gonna give it at least an episode shot, 1 to 2 episodes. Give it a shot. I'm interested in the fact that they go from trying to be ordinary because something happened to them to now they keep getting wrapped up in these mysteries, this murder. It seems very thrilling. Something I may check out. So,
Hey,
all right.
sure.
Next up, we finally know more about Toriyama's new series, Sandland. A new trailer was released. The anime will stream exclusively on Hulu in spring 2024. We're also going to get the original film that dropped on August 18th in 2024. So we'll be getting the series and the movie. Basically, this show is about, in the far future, war has destroyed the entire Earth, leaving a barren wasteland where the supply of water is controlled by a greedy king. In search of a long-lost lake, Sheriff Rao asked the king of the demons for help and got the king's son Beelzebub and his assistant Thief. Together, the unlikely trio set across the desert facing dragons, bandit, and the deadliest foe of all, the human king's army itself. It's travel, adventure, and tank action in this new story from Akira Toriyama. The trailer dropped. Jazz, how did you feel about this? Start us off. Are you excited for Sandland?
I will say it's piquing my interest because I do like me some mechs. I do like Toriyama's style. This is more of like his
It seems like this
Dragon
is his
Quest
comedy
style.
gag. Yeah, his
Yeah.
Dragon Quest, his early Dragon Ball, or I can't think of the girl right now, but I'm looking at her with the hat,
Oh,
the purple
Dr.
hair. Oh,
Ariel?
Dr. Slug, Dr. Ariel, yeah, Dr. Slug. That was his.
I
That
think
was that.
I think that's what her name is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks cool. I love how they tried to trick us with that girl with the blonde dreads at the end. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
now hold on, I need to go look this up. I know Toriyama ain't draw no niggas. I'm like, I know Toriyama ain't draw no
Oh,
niggas,
it's
but
Dr. Slump. Ariel's from
Dr.
Dr.
Slump.
Slump. Yeah, is that art style. Yeah, I'm
Um,
interested. I'm interested in the action in this, like, because it has his comedy mech gags, but like, will we see fights? Are we gonna see guns? Like, what are we getting from this Toriyama
I
style?
want to say it's more mechs because after that I got recommended the trailer for the game. And the game
Oh,
seems like it's more
mechy.
mech focused.
Okay,
So
okay.
I think most of the combat in the movie is gonna be mechs for sure.
Okay, this will be interesting. I'll give it like Jazz says, we give everything a shot. I don't know if this is gonna be my bag. I haven't liked much Toriyama outside of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So I don't know if that trend will continue, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot.
I'm not gonna say it's hard for me to like other Toriyama stuff because I do like playing Dragon Quest. I played Dragon Quest like
Mm-hmm.
a long time ago and I liked it.
Okay.
But it's like I don't know if that kind of style translates well
For
for
sure.
gaming to a
Yeah.
show. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just me personally. Somebody else might love it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But
Yeah. Some people might like it, but for us, it's not really our bag.
but I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shot.
We shall give it a shot. All right, that's the end of the news for today. Let's get in today's discussion. Speaking of Dragon Quest, the JJK game drops in February. The fighter, the two-person, the T-team fighter, the Naruto style. And with the question that I have is, how do you feel about the state of anime games today? What would be your preferred style? Like, if you don't like the state of anime games, pitch me a game and a example of what type of game you would like to see happen in anime games. I'll say for me, Jazz, the state of it, I don't like where anime games are. We keep getting the same game. And when they try to adventure out and do new styles like One Piece World Seeker, they don't put enough money into it to make it a serious game. It's just a fucking money grab. So if it's not a fighter, they don't take it serious, which is a problem to me. Pirate Warriors is cool, but I feel like you could tell so much better.
That's just Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's just Dynasty Warriors is One Piece character.
I feel like you could tell so much better stories with a One Piece video game, with a My Hero video game, with a Bleach, with a JJK, than just giving us these arena fighters. That's just me.
So first off, how I feel about the state of anime gaming. On
Yeah.
BD. But nah, man. Like cause look, here's the thing, right? The Naruto Ninja Storm
It works.
repetitiveness works for it because
It
it
works for
works for
Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah, facts.
Like
That
the
doesn't mean it
same
works for
way,
everything else.
the same way, like the Dragon Ball like Budokai games work because they Dragon Ball Budokai
Or
games.
even
But I
Dragon
feel
Ball
like
Fighter Z
fighters,
when they did the Street Fighter style. That shit worked too.
but I low key feel like, and maybe this is just the fighting game fanatic in me, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if there there are cooler things you could do to make the game seem more like have more of like a longevity when you have it in a
Mm-hmm.
Fighter Z type of style, because you could definitely tell that Dragon Ball Fighters was like a labor of love, like
Yeah, they
the
cared
way that
about it.
they did the
Mm-hmm.
combos, like
The
even like
transformations, the
certain,
DLCs, like everything. You could
like, you
tell
know what
that
I'm saying?
they've been trying to make that Street Fighter Dragon Ball Z game for a while, and you could tell that they cared. You really can.
And it's like it would work. I feel like that type of style would work better for JJK because look,
Mm,
even though I like reading JJK, let's keep it a buck. JJK is all about the fights. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it's like to see, look, I'm gonna rag on JJK Curse Clash for a second because when the gameplay originally came out, people was telling me, wait, they might polish up the gameplay. Bro, that thing is about to come out in a couple weeks and it still looked the same
It
as when
looks
they were showing the
trash,
beta.
man. And my thing
Like
is the same. I have the same issue with the JJK game that I have with the My Hero game. The My Hero game sucks. My Heroes One Justice 1 and 2 sucks. They tried to make it Ninja Storm and it just didn't freaking work. And I'm like, bro, My Hero, give us an Injustice Mortal Kombat style game, please, for My Hero. My goodness, that would be incredible. Just
oh,
like JJ,
Injustice would have worked really good,
Injustice
actually.
would be perfect. Like you don't
That
have
would
to do
actually work.
Street Fighter, do a Mortal Kombat
Right,
style,
yeah, yeah.
Injustice style, My Hero game. That would be fucking incredible if you have to do a fighter, because I don't even think you should do a fighter with My Hero. I think you should do a Spider-Man Arkham City style game where I'm playing as Deku
Or
or Bakugo.
or or if you're not even gonna go that route, just use the model from the Persona games.
Oh, I see. I don't know about that. Explain. I'm
See,
very
well, I
new.
mean, I've never played Persona games. I'll just watch people play it. But it's like,
Okay.
the Persona games are very heavily into the fact that you have these high school students, and like
Mm-hmm.
most of the game, you could play it as if it's like a slice of life. But then there's like the second half, like where the RPG
Mm-hmm. Oh,
aspect
so
comes
it's an
in. So
RPG.
it's like,
Gotcha.
yeah, but it's like I feel like Persona, because they're also high school students, but then they meld it into a way to where, like, they fight and they do their thing because they have double
Okay.
lives. So I'm like, okay, that would make sense in a
That
My
would be
Hero.
interesting. I don't know. I don't
Like,
know
you
if
know what I'm
I
saying?
would. I don't know if that's my bag, but I'm with you because it's doing something new. I
Like,
want
yeah,
to
it's
see
doing something
something
different.
new to these anime games. Like I
Or
said,
or even or
Deku is
even like
as Miles Morales flying around the city doing full cowling,
yeah,
brother.
like there's a lot of things, you can do. Like, I've been on the big flagship for it. This is just my idea. I don't know if other people share this idea, but like ever since I started playing, like, well, this all started back when I started playing Kingdom Hearts, right? So
Oh,
I'm like,
ooh, Final
okay,
Fantasy. I
like,
started that
yeah,
as well.
you know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
I'm
So I'm
with you.
like, Kingdom Hearts has like that action RPG element to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I was always like, bro, like a Bleach game would work perfectly.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I'm like, but
Yeah, Bleach does seem like it fits the Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts style very
but at
well.
the same time, as much as I want that, they keep pouring money into these mobile games, and I get it because you
Oh,
have microtransactions,
that's
and
even
like you
worse
like,
than the
and I
fucking
get it,
fighters. God, that's
because
worse.
they need money, and it's like a very quick money scheme. But
If you just take
I,
one serious, man, all we need is one serious game, and that will show them that this makes money. Like, that's all we need. And to your point about
I'm also holding
JJK,
out. Yeah,
I would
I'm
love a
also holding out my hope
JJK
for the
Street Fighter style.
I'm
God, I
also
would
holding out
love
my
that.
hope for the Hunter x Hunter game. I hope it's good.
Oh yeah, with
I
that,
hope it's good.
it's gonna be that. It's isn't it gonna be
It's
a
the
Naruto
3v.
Storm? Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna be 3v3, and I hope it does something
Mm-hmm.
different. I
I hope so
well,
too.
or at least slightly different, slightly something, do something different.
Okay, so we've
Like,
talked about what the state of anime game. Let's pitch one game, one anime that you think deserves a game that could change gaming. Give me the anime and what style game you would want. Or I can go first if you want.
damn, you know what? I know I said my thing about the Bleach RPG thing, but
Mm-hmm.
like later on as it gets down its life, if we could get like, I don't know if you ever played Mario Strikers before,
I have. Oh,
bro.
Blue
Like, yeah, like, dude, if we
Lock.
do like a Blue Lock type of Strikers thing, that'd be kind of
Oh
cool.
shit, that'd
It'd be
be
kind of
fire.
cool.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool.
I'd rock with that. I would rock with that heavy. I like that choice. Hell yeah, that's a good one. I'm with you because and not doing it like FIFA, doing like strikers because you can have the powers or real shit.
Yeah,
NFLs. Have you played NFL Street or do you remember NFL
yeah.
Street or NBA
Like
Street or
NBA
NBA
Jam.
Jam? Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a thing called FIFA Street. Do Blue Lock like that. Oh, that would be awesome. I would fuck with any of that.
That would be
For a Blue
crazy.
Lock game.
You know what I find it crazy. You know what I find crazy before you get to your point, bro.
Okay.
They don't, as far as I know,
There's no sports game. Yeah, none.
As many sports anime and manga there's rarely any sports.
A Kuroko Kono basket video game would go hard with the powers and shit. Nah.
Like, yeah.
Or a Haikyuu video game.
Oh my god, I destroy niggas in volleyball.
Yeah, that shit would be
oh my
fire.
god, I go crazy.
I would use Sonata and do my wing attack all the time, or fucking use my Homer from Obajosai and just be the fucking all around goat. Oh man, don't Haikyuu, best sports anime of all time. But all right, my pitch. I like I said the Spider-Man style, God of War, Arkham style. I would love just Monkey D. Luffy. And just doing a God of War, let's just hack and slash as Luffy and go through the One Piece world. Honestly, I know you wouldn't get all the other characters, but we could do DLCs where you get just like with Arkham City, how you had the Nightwing DLC, you had the Red Hood DLC, you had the Batgirl, the Joker. You can give us one mission with each character having a depth. I would say you have the main story follow Luffy, and you can go up to Water 7 for game 1, or go up to Marineford with game 1, and then Marineford is game 2, and then game 3 have as the new world or whatever, and follow Luffy. But the DLC, you have a Zoro DLC, you'll have a Sanji DLC, you have a Law DLC where you do Law and Dressrosa, and you're doing that shit.
Can we get a Blackbeard DLC?
I would look. We've done Joker. They had a Joker DLC. Let's do a Blackbeard from Impel down to Marineford DLC. I'm with it.
Oh my god, that would actually be really
with it. That'd be insane.
Or even not even DLC, because I feel like how Final Fantasy. I know I keep talking about Final Fantasy, but it's like I feel like how Final Fantasy does it in the recent. Yeah, like it's fluid. Yeah. So it's like
Grand Theft Auto style. You switch characters.
See, exactly, and it's like you don't have to use the whole crew, but like pick certain characters that you want to take with you on a mission, and like it doesn't. To be honest, it can follow the One Piece story, but it doesn't have to.
And honestly, if you do the main story where you have to have a team, I would say then at that point, then you have 4 Straw Hats that are playable. Zoro, Sanji, I would say Robin, and then maybe Jinbei. You have as the 4 Straw Hats that are playable that can partner with Luffy, and then have the DLCs be Blackbeard, Law, Kid, and like any other supernova, like maybe another supernova. Have the Straw Hats don't be DLC, have them be playable characters with Luffy as his team.
Yeah, and it would be really interesting, like you said, to get like the opposite perspective.
Like Joker with Arkham City, man. We had a Joker and Harley Quinn DLC. Or give us a Blackbeard DLC, a Law.
Or even like before that, like you give us a Doflamingo DLC where you like have to do these mission objectives to take over the city of Dressrosa. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different perspectives. Yeah, man. It would be kind of clean, or like.
And that's how you do microtransactions with DLCs that matter. If you give me this One Piece game, I would pay for a Kaido DLC, a Doflamingo DLC, a Blackbeard, a Law, a Kid. I would pay for all those DLCs, all of them. A Garp DLC.
Because the thing about anime games that would work, that aren't just solely focused on fighting, I think is perspective. Because I think every time we play an anime game, and Dragon Ball is like the worst about this, most Dragon Ball games
are from Goku's
literally you're literally playing the story. Like you're just
the story of Goku.
Of Dragon Ball. And that's not bad. Like it's the selling point.
And see, I'm not mad if you have us do if with the One Piece, have us go up to one, have us do the story. But to your point, let us play as with Final
different
Fantasy,
perspective, like
how I can play as Tifa or Cloud. Let us play as Sanji or Zoro in the thing. You don't necessarily have to play as Luffy. I'm with that.
And look, it would be and I'm not saying I want this game tomorrow, but it's like as long as like they're working on something that's interesting, like
I'd
I
be
don't
with
care.
it.
If they came out and they said they were making another One Piece Arena Fighter as it's getting close to
Oh,
the
I'd be
manga's ending,
pissed. I'd
oh
be
my God.
pissed.
I'm
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
y'all might as well just burn that.
Like, give us a One Piece God of War style Arkham City. I would say Arkham City because we want the different characters in the games and the DLC. Arkham City Final Fantasy style One Piece game. Oh, that would be amazing.
I mean,
Again,
Square Enix. Oh, well, actually, I don't want to say that because that might sound a little prejudiced, but Square Enix right next door.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And My Hero, follow the Spider-Man blueprint. Literally, just do what Insomniac is doing with fucking Spider. Like, that's how Deku gets around the fucking city. Or fucking Shoto, like Flame or Bakugo fall. Because you'd only do those three. That's the only three they would give you.
And
but that's all you need.
We seen them do it. And like also another thing, stop making these anime games from one person's perspective. Let us switch. Let us play newer characters, man. If it's gonna be a story. Like don't let us always play the main character because I feel like that kind of devalues the series as a whole. I know what the main character is like, but let me play the other characters.
Let me play Bakugo. Let me play Shoto. Let me play some of these other people. I'm with you. 100%. All right, that's our discussion for the day. All right, let's get into the review. Like I said, we're talking about 3 series, Delicious in Dungeon. And with that, Jaz, I'm gonna be honest, I only watched the first episode. So when we do the next anime talk, we'll talk about 2 and 3. But I'm caught up on Blue Exorcist and I'm caught up on Solo Leveling. We will talk those 3, but you watch some others. Tell us about the others you've watched really quickly. This is Jaz's Anime Corner, baby. We got Jaz's Music Corner on the BrosWhoThink podcast. This is Jaz's Anime Corner. All right, give us some of the things that you watched and that you want to discuss.
So, the one that people were recommending me a lot, and I know it's like not like a newer anime, is Frieren.
Okay.
I've been watching
from 2023. Okay.
Yeah, I've been watching that a lot, but I've been kind of, I'm not gonna say in and out. I'm still like I'm 2 episodes deep, but I do like the aspect that we're seeing the journey of somebody who outlives
everybody.
everybody else in like in episode 2. And I don't want to spoil it for you if you're not that far, but like
I'm not. It's okay.
But like, there's a scene where it's kind of like one of her party members is like going through something, and she kind of has to like take on his will. And I think it's going to be interesting going forward, seeing how she deals with like the human dilemma, because she's like, oh, like I've gone through parties and parties after parties, but it seems like this is the one that's starting to
really mess with her,
like really change her. And I'm like, I'm seeing why people said this was good. Like, so I'm really excited to watch more.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Anything else you watched before? I know you sent something else.
I watched the first episode of the Apothecary Diaries.
How was that?
I might be saying that really wrong. It's an interesting
it's
premise.
Apothecary Diaries. You're right.
Apothecary. Yeah. It's an interesting premise on imperial China for sure.
Is it a war story?
I wouldn't say it's more so like a war story. It's more so of like kind of like, I want to say finding yourself story, because it follows a girl who was like working in the red light district.
It's not action packed.
Like, okay. Yeah. No. I say it's like more of like a romance. So it's like kind of more like a, I don't want to say Cinderella and Prince Charming. That's probably not accurate. But it's a damsel in distress finding herself type shit. Yeah, kind of.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm definitely interested to watch more. And Chain Soldier's cool. It's just a tad horny.
Okay. Got our ecchi bag. Okay. Yeah. We still got ecchi lovers.
Yeah. I didn't even know it was gonna be that. So I was like,
I didn't know my new co-host would be just as much of an ecchi fan as one Chris SJE. Shout out to our brother Chris.
I'm an accidental ecchi fan. This does not happen often. But I don't know. There's nothing really much to go off That like as I get
Okay.
a couple episodes deeper, I'll definitely talk more about it.
All
For
right,
sure.
bet. All right, well, let's start off with Delicious in Dungeon. Like I said, I only watched the first episode, but I'm literally, as soon as we finish, going to watch the second episode because I loved it. It was so much fun as just like this cooking, beating monsters in a dungeon anime. I loved it. I will say I thought Marcel came off a tad too strong in the first episode. Like, bitch, y'all don't have no money. Y'all can't eat nothing. Y'all can't buy food you're normally doing. You just gotta suck it up and eat these damn scorpions and stop complaining. This
You
dwarf
know,
is trying to make something fire for
bro,
you, but you bitching.
you know Marcel from River Ranch? You know she don't eat stuff like that.
That for those that don't know, River Ranch is a snobby area in our city, so Marcel is a snob. No, 100%. I thought it was interesting that the scorpions were basically crawfish. That blew my fucking mind when it changed to red and how they were like you could. It was like a crawfish lobster mix. That was
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
It was so it was so funny how like this like dwarf is just like walking around
Yeah,
like
just
I guess
random.
looking for people to share his like
In
interest
a
in like
normal
cooking
shonen, he would
monsters.
be betraying them, like legit. Like in a
Yeah, for
normal
sure.
shonen, it would have
Like
been like,
at first
"Why
I
are
was
you
like,
joining this squad?"
at first I was like, how do you know all this? Like
Mhm.
you just
I was
came up
expecting
like
something bad. Like, are you poisoning them, trying to steal their gear? Like, what is going on?
but like I
It was
think
so wholesome.
it was, and I like it. Like even
Hmm.
I think even episode 2 kind of dives deeper into it, but we're not going to talk about
Okay.
that because you haven't watched. But like the first episode was actually like I wouldn't say an interesting premise, but it's like it's the fact that like his sister got eaten by a dragon,
And
and
he was so yeah,
he has
he don't have
no sense
nothing.
of urgency
No,
at all.
wait, no. See, my thing is, she got eaten. She risked her life to save y'all. I thought we was moving on. Like you trying to go, you don't have no gear, you don't
but
have nothing. How you gonna beat that fucking dragon?
the crazy part is they're like, oh, it takes a dragon a long like so that's the
A
plot. That's the
long time
plot.
to
It takes
digest.
the
Yeah,
dragon a long time to digest. But I'm like, okay, by the time y'all get to her,
it's been 2 days.
there's no way you're gonna tell me that she's not digested. She's boiling in them stomach acid, bro. I'm sorry. Like it's what
Them
it is.
niggas fixed 2 meals and camped out and still not to the sister. And they got a lot of levels to go, it seemed.
Like every level, I view it as I view it as food. It's like dungeon food wars, just without all the horny. Like
Yeah, facts, facts. I will say I also like how the world was laid out. How you have this catacombs to start the dungeon, but then you get to this luscious forest. Like as you go
Mhm.
down, it changes. That kind of blew my mind with the different environments and stuff.
Yeah, man. I think it's definitely gonna be one of those ones to actually have like some pretty decent world building, to be
Yeah, I
honest.
agree. Out of the characters, we got Marcel, Leonis, I think is his name, and then you got
Mhm.
the picklock man, and then the dwarf. I think the dwarf was my favorite of the first episode because Leonis is fucking dumb. The night nigga, that nigga is dumb. He was about to just eat, so he
He
didn't
was
know how
just
to
dead about
prepare
to eat
none
a
of that.
scorpion.
Yeah,
He was
he
just dead
fucking
about to eat a
tail.
scorpion, and he did have the book, but it's like, bro, the book would have killed you.
Yeah, that man said, bro, the fucking tail is nasty. Y'all was about to eat some nasty shit.
I mean, look, I had to look up his name, Shenshi. I do like the dwarf as well. I just
Yeah,
feel like
Shinsi is the dwarf. Mm-hmm. He
I
was
feel like
fire.
he brings like a sarcastic but like kind of like dry humor to the
Mm-hmm.
group because it's like he's dead ass serious, but he's
Oh,
funny.
with
Like,
everything.
bro, sometimes like you're gonna see it in the next episode. Like this nigga do not give a fuck. He's just like, I just want to cook
Oh,
monsters. And
yeah.
he's low key kind of a dickhead.
See, I
And
like
so
it because
I'm like,
Marcel is a
hey.
cunt. Marcel pissed me off in them first episodes, and Lios, whatever his fucking name is an idiot. So I'm hoping that Shinsi is great. I want to see what Chill Chuck has to offer. That's the
Oh, you will.
pickpocket.
You'll
Okay,
see it in the next episode.
okay. I'm excited to see
Chill,
what Chill
hey, ain't gonna
Chuck.
lie. Tim's is kind of cool. He's kind of
Okay.
cool. He's kind of cool.
Okay, hell yeah.
I'm not gonna
What
lie.
would you rate episode 1 out of 5 for our ranking scales? We're gonna do out of 5 now, not out of 10. I would
Out of
say
five.
episode 1 got a solid 4 for me. I'm interested. I want to watch the next episode. Great animation, great story.
Yeah, I'd definitely say like a 4 for sure.
Okay, hell yeah.
It was really interesting.
Delicious in Dungeon has the Anime Talk stamp. We will be reviewing it throughout the season. You should definitely watch along with us. All right, let's go to Blue Exorcist, which is a season 3. So it's coming off the Kyoto season for those who didn't watch, and then the first season where he finds out he has demon powers. What's interesting to me about season 3, I didn't know the organization was that big, bro. The way that they made it seem in the Kyoto season and in the first season, it was just Fells and like the organization that's at the school. I didn't know we had lightning. I knew we had that paladin, but I didn't know they had that full room of like fucking people, of paladins and exorcists. It's like, oh shit, we can have like 6 other seasons.
Nah, that Illuminati shit run deep.
And see, that's another thing that blew my mind. I didn't know they had a side group called the Illuminati that's trying to utilize the devils. As the new villains, that's interesting to me.
as some, I forgot who explained this to me, but like, I don't know what it was with Blue Exorcist, the first season. I'm not sure what exactly happened with it. I think
it like felt small, man.
Kind of like, I think it was like anime canon is what they call it. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like
this is real manga canon.
So this is like but they said this is like the arc that got Blue Exorcist the anime.
Oh, okay. So Kyoto was the real first manga arc, and this is the real big one that got it the anime. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is interesting.
I just like to see all my characters on the screen, man.
It makes sense because now we're seeing the world truly be built. It's like, oh shit, lightning, the palette. Who are all these people? They were not anywhere in the first couple of seasons.
And I love that it's coming back. I love Mephisto, man. That's my
that's okay.
He's so funny.
Mephisto is hilarious, Fells. Bro, I like fucking Yukio with his guns, but look,
that's the only thing Yukio got going for him. Besides that, he a bitch.
Yeah, he do be having some bitch shit. I can't lie. I just like that he be blowing them Glocks. I also like Lightning. Lightning's very interesting in this season.
Oh yeah,
I want to know more about him. What's his power? Because the paladin nigga just a sword nigga. Whatever. Fuck that nigga. Ring could beat his ass. But what's up with the gun? Well, I mean, what's up with Lightning in his bull hat? He seems very Kisuke-ish.
Yeah, as somebody, I love Blue Exorcist, but I've never read the manga, so this is all new to
me too. Yeah, facts.
So we'll be reviewing this one.
So the first episode we got to see the guy with the glasses step up. The second episode, it was about the girls. How did you just feel about those? Because I felt like the stuff that was interesting was the world building outside of the main cast. But how did you feel about the main cast as battles in the first 2 episodes? I like how glasses nigga step up. I can't lie, he needed to.
Because it feels like he's kind of like a background character, that guy, to where it's like, do I really trust Ren? Do I not? Because like, you know, the flames of the devil, you know, basically took out his whole family. But it's like, obviously Ren's a different person, so it's like, it's cool to see him like be confident and like step up and stuff like this, because it's like, oh shit, you're more than just a trope. I like that. Yeah,
facts. You got some actual things, because I thought that nigga was gonna be out the group by now.
Yeah, but he's too integral. He's
important.
He's really kind of like the logic of it.
He's the Shikamaru of the group. He's the strategist.
I don't know. I didn't really feel ways about the girls in this episode.
Yeah, the chick episode was whatever. I'm not to be sexist. It was just whatever.
Yeah. We not gay or horikoshi. We gotta keep it a bean. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Because that girl with her foxes, she was just being a cunt.
Her power is cool, but I feel like she's Megami. She's a tsundere. She's a tsundere type. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that.
And she has Megami powers. She has 2 foxes that she summons to kill shit, whatever. Yeah. I think Nini is cool. Her power is cooler with her little forest troll.
The battle botanist is what I call her.
I like that name. All right, hell yeah. I would say the first 2 episodes of Blue Exorcist get a solid 3 for me. Nothing spectacular to come home, but there's interesting points in there to make it not get a 2.
Yeah. I say a 3.
Okay, hell yeah. All right, let's get to solo leveling. This is new. Look, I think the first 2 episodes did a good job of where the manga, where the manhwa did as well of drawing you into the world. Because I think in episode 3, with the fact that at the end of episode 2, you got to see him say, press yes to continue on, but you only got 2 seconds. It's like, wait, what? This is a video game? And it's like, ooh, now you get to see the premise of this. It's not necessarily a video game, but it's interesting. I know you were lukewarm on Solo Leveling, but I gotta say, our boy Jinwoo.
I'm still a little lukewarm on it, but
I know.
it might move
him
me.
doing that dungeon in episode 2, I think really sold me on. Damn, people need to watch this.
Yeah, I was not really sure what to expect into coming into Solo Leveling. All I saw every time I see something about Solo Leveling, I just see the manhwa panel of him just saying rise, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Yeah, we gonna figure it out.
I'm like, I don't know, but I guess we don't know. But it definitely a coming of age. Like what is he reminds me of some character who was like low on his luck, and then got like a second chance at life. I'm not remembering his name right now, which is terrible.
It does have Kenichi, the mighty disciple. It has some that aspects to it of being a loser. Or
like a Takamichi type of vibe.
Yeah, true. Takamichi. You know? Or I want Kirito wasn't a loser at first, was he? From Sword Art Online? I don't remember if he was a loser at first. He might have been. I don't think so.
No, he was just a no life.
Oh yeah, he was just I wouldn't
equate that to the
I'm trying to think of another character, because Jinwoo is like someone that is kind of fairly recent where they sucked really bad at first. Oh, Shield Hero.
Yeah.
It's very Shield Hero-esque. Yeah. No,
yeah.
100%.
You know what? You are completely correct. I think I was forgetting because I have not watched Shield Hero since the first season. So
I stopped at the second season, so I'm right there with you, brother. But yeah, no, he's very Shield Hero-esque. And what I liked was the goriness of it. They kept the mature vibe. That poor nigga who got sliced in half that was trying to get back to his family.
Bro, the dude who got disintegrated and all that was left was his ankles?
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Dude.
He got taken out.
Me and my friends were watching that. We were like,
he was like, my speed gonna save me. Well, yeah, no, nigga, your ankles. That's all that's left.
Bro, and then how everybody left him, bro.
But see, I think them niggas died. I don't remember, like, and I know I read a little bit ahead of where the anime is, not much, like 2-3 chapters, but I'm pretty sure they died. I'm pretty sure that was the trick. Like, it's like you were supposed to stay to finish the game, but I think them leaving, I think them niggas died, but I'm not 100% sure.
That would kind of suck. But
that's what I hope happened, because I hope it's a trick. It's like you were supposed to stay, and if you stay and beat the dungeon, you get ultimate power.
That might be what it is, actually.
I think that's what it is, bro. 100%. Like,
but I definitely it's definitely a good premise. I feel like I like when shows immediately show you a power ceiling, so it doesn't feel. I'm not gonna say like it's not gonna feel like there's gonna be power creep, because there's gonna be power creep no matter what.
But it's like, okay, this nigga like the OP,
power creep.
It makes sense why he's OP. Yeah,
right. Because it's like you see, it's like how. It's like, I don't know if you ever played MapleStory, but this is the best way I can equate this. Like when you start off a job, like as a certain character, like, or as a certain class, like you start off as them like at peak. somewhat max level, right?
Gotcha.
So you understand what you're working towards when you start the character, and then your character gets knocked down. So in this sense, it's not the same thing, but it's like, you see the peak of, I guess, the power in the world, and then you see the lowest guy,
which is him.
So then it's like, then it's about to flip.
Yep. Yeah, that nigga about to get strong. And I'm very interested, because at the end of episode 2, that button came 2 seconds, click yes or no. That nigga click yes. I wonder what that means, because he was pretty beat up. He don't have a leg. His inside, like, they gonna have to heal everything.
Yeah, man's was messed up. So that better regen him.
But how crazy is that? The fact that we're figuring out now, because at first I thought it was just sword and shield isekai type shit, but the fact that there's a game element to it, that's interesting to me. I didn't know that. I forgot about that.
Also, I like the fact that, because I thought it was an isekai too, but I like that there's the there's the magic element that's added into it, like in the hundreds,
Mhm.
because regular life still goes on. Like I
Yeah,
imagine
true.
like there's still everything else in life is
It's
okay,
normal, but
except
you can
for
go through these dungeons and make money, which is crazy to me.
right. And I think that's gonna also like watching a character like climb too. So
Bro.
I'll just have to see how he climbs through this.
I would say
You know?
episode 2 was a 4, episode 1 was a 3. That's what I would say.
Yeah, episode 1 was just like introduction.
Yeah, it was very bland. Episode 2 was like, oh, okay. But see, I think episode 3 and 4 is what
I
you're
would
gonna
actually give episode 1 a 2 in my personal opinion.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it getting a 2.
But like episode 2, I feel like is a 3.
Okay, so you went 1 and 2 for episode 1. You went 2. Episode 3, you went 3. For me, I go episode 2 is a 4. Episode 1 is I'll say 2.5 because I don't even want to give it a 3. I think you're right. It was just very basic, bland introduction. Episode 2 is what took it to the next level for me, and I think.
Yeah, but I also feel like this one isn't one that's gonna get like a 4 or a 5 for me until like it starts
peaking, ramping. That's fair. That's fair. And I look. The moment we figure out what this nigga can do, and we see him on his first mission with that change haircut that we see in all the because in all the panels, that nigga look badass with his neo black sleek clothes with his haircut. Like, whoever's in the dungeon, that nigga look weak.
Hey, look, and I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm not rocking with this, all those people who put me on solo leveling, I'm coming for you. So this better be
because people said this was better than God of High School, and this is better than Tower of God. I've heard people say this is the best one, so I like Tower of God.
That's crazy saying it's better than Tower of God. Like
that's what people said.
Ride or die for Tower of God.
And I read Tower of God now, and I'm excited for season 2. But they say solo leveling's the best manhwa. We gonna see. So. All right, but that's pretty much the review. That's it for episode 103. Jaz, tell the people they can follow you on social media. Oh, well, actually, real quick, you want to talk about the One Piece anime now or next episode? We can do it next episode.
Let's just get out of the way. Let's talk about it now.
All right, let's talk about it now. How'd you feel about the new shit?
Bro, the introduction to Egghead, I guess that was 1089. Yeah.
The episode where we got to see about everything leading up to pre-Egghead. I like that episode more than the first Egghead animation.
The first Egghead episode was like, okay.
Was man.
Obviously carried by Doll. You know what I'm saying? You
know the Leloucia episode was nuts.
Dude, I
was terrified.
It felt like watching something that wasn't One Piece for a minute, and
it felt like I was watching something I shouldn't have been watching. Like they made it to where it was like, oh shit, this is an event. This shit matters. This shit is terrifying. And y'all like when the Gorosei said, yeah, this never existed. You don't worry about this. Seeing what happened to them, it makes you understand. Like, holy shit, if the world knew about this, it would be in chaos.
Yeah, this is one of those times to where it's like, I know people are always like, read the One Piece manga, This is one of those times where the anime
was better than the manga. I agree.
But it's one of those things to where I feel like in like how you deliver a sentence, because like we could read, yeah, nothing happened that day, but the way that like the Gorosei member said it was nuts. Chilling. It was chilling. It was like.
And then to have before it's going off, you cross between Emu touching the butterfly in his eye, and then seeing the eye zoom in. Everything that they did cinematic wise, turning One Piece into a horror like film thriller, that was incredible.
And then afterwards, when they show like the big crater where Leloucia used to be, that was
nuts. And then seeing also how the world was affected from the weather from Leloucia, because I don't know if people in the anime realize, but all that stuff that was happening to Bonnie was because of Leloucia getting exploded.
Right.
The tremors and the earthquakes and stuff.
Also, another thing I like that the anime did, they didn't show where Sabo was when the explosion happened.
True.
So they made it more they made it more ambiguous.
To where where if you're anime only, you don't know if Sabo survived. You don't know.
I like that though.
I liked really it too. That's something that the manga definitely cleared up right when you saw what happened to Leloucia. And the crazy thing is, the next episode, they didn't explain it either. I don't think they're going to let us know what happened to Sabo until
we get to the,
where it's like, where we're Cross Guild, Rev, Garp, Sabo. Not Sabo. Shanks and then Blackbeard.
Mm-hmm.
That when we get the outside of Egghead shit, I think that's when they're gonna tell us
So
the fate of Sabo.
I thought that was really cool, but then
The Egghead episode was whatever. Yeah.
Like when we switched to like the warm Eddie kind of stuff, it was cool seeing the Straw Hats like interact with each other because you know me, I always like more Straw Hat interactions. Dude, watching them all like commandeer the ship
that was great,
so cool.
But I will say, the Bonnie stuff, where you say anime elevates sometimes. This was a time where the anime really just showed how creepy the Bonnie being a 12-year-old girl and then turning 22 and shaking her titties. I'm not even though mentally she's 22 and bodily she's 22, so it's quote unquote okay. It's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna come to the animator's defense in this
Me
sense,
neither.
but like the Bonnie's real age like reveal was very recent, so they might have animated this episode before that even happened.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean that they still
doesn't change
this episode the same way if they knew that their real age.
It's so just like how we have problems with the manga in Saba Odi when we meet Bonnie and she's sexualized. Then it's like. And we don't know the age. It's like it's still bad.
At this point, I've just grown to accept that all mangaka are weird.
Yeah,
I've just grown to accept it.
It's just this is not a good look, Oda. This is the one character that I just don't like that you've done. And it's not that Bonnie's a bad character. It's just
no. Bonnie's a great character.
It's just the age thing. And I know like he says when she turns an age, she's that age mentally and physically. So she's 22 legit. But it's still weird because I know even though she's 22, she could turn back to 12 or she could turn to 68. Yeah. It's weird all the way around.
Yeah, but the One Piece anime isn't gonna start turning up for a couple episodes. I feel like we're just gonna get an introduction to
Egghead. That's why I was like, we not about to get no fire episodes for at least a month. Maybe.
You know what? Let's propose this. Every 5 episodes of One Piece,
that's when we talk about it.
I don't feel like a lot is happening week to week.
I don't think so either.
Until we get to like those episodes, I don't really feel like a lot's happening.
Until the fighting starts, there's no point in us talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, like there's lore here and there, but we could talk about that in the 5 like
facts.
In a 5 like
Egghead will pick up though. I'm saying by February, by middle of February, that's when Egghead will be picked up, or definitely by the end of February.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, all right, now Jazz, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
All right, you can follow me on Instagram, Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on Twitter, Real Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on TikTok, Cornell D God.
Make sure you go follow Jazz. You can follow me at LynBWT on TikTok, Twitter. Follow BrosWhoThink on Twitter. We will be having more TikTok content, so BrosWhoThink will be on TikTok soon enough. Or it'll probably be anime talk. Something anime from me and Jazz will be on TikTok, as well as make sure you check out our YouTube content because there still will be a One Piece manga review, as well as some Sakamoto Days stuff. And I will be starting a Kaiju number 8 series, which I'm excited about. I'm going to see if I get a co-host for that. I'm trying to see if we get Dan to come talk Kaiju number 8 with me. But nonetheless, we will be doing Kaiju number 8 stuff. But until next anime talk, y'all have a good one and peace.